Hello and welcome back to the Three Valleys video snow report with me, Caroline. As you can see, our absurdly beautiful weather is continuing. It's been sunny for days and days now, and the temperature is really quite high for March. It was 18 degrees in the resort today. Now, there are two exciting things going on in Maribel at the moment. The first is the British Skiing Championships, which are being held down at La Chaudan. You can watch top-class racing each morning as you head to the lifts. And the second is we have some royal visitors here in Maribel. Prince Edward is here as patron of Snowsport GB to support the British Skiing Championships, and also Kate and Wills, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, are on holiday in Maribel at the moment. I've kept my eyes peeled all week, but so far I've failed to spot a single royal on the pistes. Now, since the last report, there's been no real change in skiing conditions. The snow that we were forecast last weekend never materialised. We still have lots of snow here in the Three Valleys, and virtually all of the runs are open, but skiing conditions are a little bit mixed. Basically, we have spring snow almost everywhere now, and timing is all important. If you hit the runs a little bit too early before they've softened, then they're very hard first thing in the morning. Hit them a little bit too late in the day, and they're soft and slushy. If you get it just right, however, there is lovely skiing to be done on softened spring snow. My favourite route this late in the season, when the snow is getting a bit slushy, is to start over on the Tuniet side of the valley. These are the slopes that get the early morning sun and therefore soften earliest. By mid-morning I usually move around to the Mont Vallon, the highest and north-facing parts of the valley, which soften a little bit later, and then in the early afternoon I move on to the Solier slopes, which get the afternoon sun. By about 2 I've had enough and the snow's getting a little bit slushy. That's the time to go and sit on a terrace and enjoy the sun and have a very long lunch. And if you can't face that last ski back down into the resort at the end of the day when your legs are tired and the snow is at its heaviest, well, why not take a gondola lift down? There's no shame whatsoever in doing that. The best snow that I found so far this week is over in Val Thorens, especially in the high and north-facing areas. The very best off-piste at the moment is to be found under the Cime Caron gondola lift, and there is gorgeous, chalky, dry snow to be found over there. It's very quiet this week. The pistes are virtually empty, and I have no idea why, considering that British schools have broken up. Perhaps there'll be more people in the resort next week. At any rate, this week has been an absolutely glorious one for empty pistes and sunbathing. If you're coming out next week, don't worry, there is still plenty of snow here, but do make sure you bring your swimmers and some sun cream. That's all from me. See you next week.